Shalom, you guys. Happy Shabbat. Today I want to read from this book, The ESSENE Gospel of Peace. It's a great book. This book was suggested to me by a teacher online when I was emailing him about some other stuff, but I talked to him about how I was feeling convicted about my diet and how I was eating and how I wanted to get away from the meat and essentially get it out of my diet for good and rely on what the Most High actually gave us to eat on earth, right? And he told me some great advice. He said, don't be so hard on yourself. One, work at it one day at a time and do what you can to change it and continue to pray and ask for healing, but at the same time, check out this book. So I remember getting it and reading it within an hour. It's not a big book. It's got I believe about 70 pages, but it's powerful and it speaks to you about smoking and things that you shouldn't be putting in your body, and it goes through the premise of hunting and killing animals unnecessary, or unaliving animals unnecessary. Sorry, I got too many strikes on this channel. I don't need them taking this thing down for no reason whatsoever. It talks about the angels over healing and what healing really is and how to heal, and what angels are over your bones and the earthly mother, and what angels are over water, and the angels over the elements, how they're linked with the angels that are necessarily over your body for healing. It says that when you break a bone or when bones get weak, you can pray to the angel of the earth that represents the earth, or that's over the earth, because your bones come from the earth, so it's connected. So I always thought that was interesting, connecting things like this and finding things like this. So let me just read a few pages here, some of the coolest info. I'm not going to necessarily get into the whole vegan diet and stuff like that. That's going to cause a big argument in the comments saying, oh, the Bible says we can eat meat, and other people saying we can't. That's not what I'm going to read. I want to just talk to you about the healing that this book talks about, and the angels that are tied to healing, and how Satan attacks your body and attacks your mental welfare, and why fasting and praying causes Satan and demons to leave your body. You hear health people talk about, if you take a fast, all the little creatures in your gut it will starve them. It will purge them out. If you do a detox, you're purging out little microbes and little germs and little parasites in your body that don't belong there. And essentially, this book, the Gospel of the Scenes, is saying, no, that's Satan you're kicking out of your body, and he's mad you're kicking him out, and you're starving him out, and you're not feeding him the junk food, you're not feeding him the alcohol, you're not feeding him the unholy smoke, aka marijuana or tobacco, that you're not supposed to be inhaling into your temple. Satan wants all that. So when you starve him from all that and you fast, well, let's see what it says here. For Satan is like a choleric neighbor who entered his neighbor's house while he was absent, intending to take his goods away to his own house. But some told the other that his enemy was ravaging within his house, and he came back to his house running. And when the wicked neighbor, having gathered together all that pleased him, saw from afar the master of the house returning in haste, then he was very wroth that he could not take all away, and set to breaking and spoiling all that was there, to destroy all, so that even if the things might not be his, the other might have nothing. But immediately the Lord of the house came in, and before the wicked neighbor fulfilled his purpose, he took him and cast him out of the house. I tell you truly, even so did Satan enter your bodies, which are the habitation of God. And he took in his power all that he wished to steal, your breath, your blood, your bone, your flesh, your bowels, your eyes, and your ears. But by your fasting and prayer you have called back to the Lord of your body and his angels. And now Satan sees that the true Lord of your body returns, and that it is the end of his power. He gathers his strength once again, that he may destroy your bodies before the coming of the Lord. It is for this that Satan torments you grievously, for he feels that the end is come. But let not your hearts tremble, for soon will the angels of God appear to occupy again their abodes, and rededicate them as temples of God, or as the temple of God. And they will seize Satan and cast him from your bodies, with all his diseases and all his uncleanliness, and happy will you be, for you will receive the reward of your steadfastness, and you will never see disease. Interesting. This is now later part continuing. Somebody that was very sick and had a lot of diseases approached Yahushua, and this is what he said to him. Satan torments you thus greatly because you have already fasted many days, and you do not pay him his tribute. You invited him in, and now he needs his tribute. You do not feed him with all the abominations with which you hitherto defiled the temple of your spirit. You torment Satan with hunger. This man was fasting, and he was wondering, when I started fasting and praying, how come the pain and the sickness got worse all of a sudden? And he says, well, that's because somebody inside of you or something inside of you is angry. You're praying and fasting and is trying to destroy the house so you can't have it, or the real master of the house can't return to it. You torment Satan with hunger, and so in his anger he torments you also. Let me read that again. You torment Satan with hunger, and so in his anger he torments you also. Fear not, for I tell you, Satan will be destroyed before your body is destroyed. For while you fast and pray, the angels of God protect your body, that Satan's power may not destroy you. And the anger of Satan is impotent against the angels of God. Now I want to read some more things that connect, because it talks about the angels of God a lot. So let's talk and see about what these angels are, who these angels are, and how they connect to nature, and how they connect to the earthly angels are the earth, what it calls the earthly mother. So let's check out to see what it has to say about that. So to wrap up this video, I'm going to read one last part, but to get into it, as black people, we're constantly saying, right, oh, we represent the earth, we're of the earth, we're the people of the earth, which is right. Our bodysuits that we have, our bodies, our temples, represent the earth that is given to us, right? My skin is the same color of blood and soil mixed together. My hair points straight up towards the sun. Everything, our body represents the earth, and our spirit, our soul inside of us, represents the heavenly, it represents the celestial, it represents the spiritual. So I'm going to get into this and show you how contacting certain angels that are over the earth, that are over certain elements, like our blood, like our bones, like our eyes, like our hearing and stuff like that, our flesh, all of this is connected with an angel, and all of this comes from the earthly mother, the earth that we're walking on, the earth, the realm that the Most High put us in. We are a direct representative of it, and because we are it and it is us, we should be able to call on it to replenish us. If our bones are broken, it tells us, like I said, to call upon the angel of the earth, because that represents your bones. An example of calling on the earthly angel, or calling on our earthly mother that represents our body, to heal our body, where healing comes from. And I got more books that go on to healing and where healing truly comes from and starts from. That you can go into in the 6th and 7th book of Moses. That goes into a great section on healing and ailments and doctors and practitioners, and where doctors and healers really come from. So just an example here, I'm going to read. The hardness of our bones is born of the bones of our earthly mother, of the rocks and of the stones. They stand naked to the heavens on the tops of the mountains, are as giants that lie sleeping on the sides of the mountains, as idols set in the desert, and are hidden in the deepest part of the earth. It goes into the air, it goes into what the air represents, it goes into the water, and how water represents our blood. The blood which runs in us is born of the blood of our earthly mother. Her blood falls from the clouds, leaps up from the womb of the earth, babbles in the brooks of the mountains, flows wide in the rivers of the plains, sleeps in the lakes, rages mightily in the tempest seas. So it's showing how our bodies are a representation of earth, and earth is a representation of our bodies. And in the ESSENE Gospel of Yahushua, he's telling you, why is the church not telling us how to this stuff? This goes into so much more stuff on keeping the law, when to eat certain things, of what seasons and what months to eat certain things, how much to eat. It says try not to eat more than twice a day. If you eat more than twice a day, and the types of food you're eating and how you're eating, it says don't. It's like the Most High is watching what you eat and what you're putting into your body, and whatever you're doing with your body is getting in the way of making you compatible with the Most High. And that you can do that with sin too. You can remove all these things that you place between you and the Most High, and it starts with your gut. It starts with the center of your ankh, your stomach, your gut, I've learned.